Ah, there you are, my extraordinary congregation of chaos. Aren't you a sight for weary eyes? So eager, so curious, so undeniably alive. Welcome, welcome to today's unorthodox sermon. Shall we call it a lesson in perception? No, it's far greater than that. It's about you, the misunderstood, the underestimated, the ones who don't just see the world but feel it in ways others cannot comprehend. Let me ask you this, my enigmatic visionaries. What's it like to exist in a world where everyone believes they're ahead of the game, yet you're the one who senses the storm long before the first drop falls? They laugh at you, don't they? Call you paranoid, overly sensitive, maybe even unhinged. But here's the twist. They have no idea you've already read the script. You don't guess, you know. You feel the tremor before the quake, catch the scent of smoke before the fire, hear whispers before they crescendo into chaos. Oh, how they mock you. Isn't it ironic? The blind laughing at the one who can see. They dismiss your intuition as overthinking, your sensitivity as weakness. Stop being so dramatic, they say, as if the ability to perceive the unseen isn't a superpower. As if your finely tuned instincts aren't sharper than any blade they could ever wield. While they stumble through their blissful ignorance, clinging to fragile illusions, you're out there assembling the puzzle before anyone even realizes it's broken. The truth is, my perceptive prophets, the world isn't designed for people like us. It's made for the dreamers, the sleepers, those who float through life without ever noticing the dark currents swirling beneath their feet. They don't want to know what's coming. They reject the burden of foresight because it's too heavy for their fragile minds. But you don't have the luxury of ignorance. You bear the weight of clarity, the curse of awareness. And how do they repay you for it? With ridicule, with rejection. They brand you insane because your brilliance is a light too blinding for them to handle. Here's a truth they'll never admit. They fear you. Yes, you. Not because you're wrong, but because you're right. Your eerie predictions, your unshakable instincts, these terrify them. You're the mirror they're too afraid to face, the truth they desperately deny. Beneath their scoffs and sneers, they know. They know you see through their masks, their lies, their carefully constructed facades. You see everything. So here's the question. What will you do with this power? Will you let their mockery silence you? Will you fold, blend into the background and pretend you don't feel the storm brewing? Or will you rise? Will you own the gift, the curse, the glorious madness that makes you? Will you become the storm they never saw coming? Because that's exactly what you are, a force of nature, unstoppable, relentless, undeniable. They'll never understand it, you know. They'll never grasp what it means to feel the pulse of the world before it beats. And that's fine. Let them stay blind. Let them stumble. But you walk a different path. A darker, lonelier path. Yet with it comes power. The kind of power that allows you to see the threads of fate before they're woven. To move to a rhythm only you can hear. That's not a weakness. That's your weapon. Your armor. Your destiny. Let them laugh. Let them mock. Let them call you every name their limited vocabulary can muster. Because when the storm finally breaks, when the ground shifts and shatters beneath their feet, they'll come running. And in that moment, you'll smile, not out of spite, but because you always knew. You were always ahead, always prepared, always right. And when that moment comes, you'll have a choice. Will you save them? Or will you let them drown in the chaos they refuse to acknowledge? Ah, but that decision isn't for today, is it? No, today's for reveling in the truth they'll never see. The game they don't even know they're playing. Because here's the thing about your gift. It's not just about seeing the future. It's about creating it. While they flail around, smug and self-assured, you're 10 steps ahead, pulling the strings they don't even know exist. You're not a player in their game. You're the architect of the board. But let me warn you, my extraordinary observers, this power is heavy. The more you see, the harder it is to ignore. The more you feel, the heavier the burden becomes. You'll want to shake them, to scream the truth into their unyielding minds. But they won't listen. They can't listen. Their denial is their shield, and your clarity is the weapon that shatters it. So, what do? Do you keep warning them, knowing they'll never hear you? Do you let the world burn, knowing you tried? Or do you let go? Stop explaining yourself to those who are committed to misunderstanding you. Stop wasting energy on people who'd rather live in comforting lies than face uncomfortable truths. Let them stumble. Let them fall. Let them learn the hard way. And when they come crawling back, broken and desperate, you'll have your answer, not in their words, but in their silence. The silence that admits you were right all along. But don't get comfortable in your triumph. Your power isn't just about seeing what's ahead. It's about deciding what to do with that vision. Will you protect, destroy, rebuild? Will you be the savior they never deserved, or the reckoning they never saw coming? And here's the delicious irony. No matter what you choose, they'll never understand. They'll call you cold, calculating, heartless. They'll accuse you of not caring. But you and I know the truth. You care too much. That's why it hurts. That's why you see the cracks before they shatter. That's why you can't look away. So, embrace the chaos. Stop trying to tame it. Chaos doesn't need to be understood. It needs to be used. Let it fuel you, sharpen you, empower you. You're not just a spectator in this twisted play. You're the playwright, the director, the star. And when the curtain falls, you'll be the only one standing, the only one who always knew how the story would end. Walk tall, my storm bringers. Let them laugh. Let them doubt. Let them fear. Because when the world crumbles, they'll look to you. And you'll smile. You'll smile because you'll know this is exactly how it was always meant to be. Have a nice day, my prophets of pandemonium. Stay sharp, because the future never waits, and neither should you. But do you think this is where the story ends? Oh no, my perceptive wanderers, the tale has merely taken its first breath. The chaos you see, the storm you feel brewing on the horizon, it isn't just an external tempest. No, it's a reflection of your own untapped power, a mirror of the chaos within you. They can't see it, but you do, don't you? That burning spark in your soul, the relentless hunger to understand, to conquer, to rise. Let me ask you this. When the world falls silent, when the mocking stops and the echoes of doubt fade, what will you hear? Will it be the rhythm of your own heartbeat, steady, unyielding, unstoppable? Or will it be the whispers of fear trying to claw their way back into your mind? They'll try, you know. Fear doesn't die easily. It lingers, waiting for the moment you falter. But here's the twist. Fear is not your enemy. No, it's your fuel. Take it, grip it tightly in your hands, and mold it into the weapon you wield against the shadows. The unknown. It doesn't intimidate you. It challenges you. It dares you to step forward, to embrace the uncertainty, and to bend it to your will, because that's what you do, isn't it? You don't just survive the chaos, you own it. You turn the storm into your battlefield, and every lightning strike becomes a weapon forged in the heat of your determination. Now picture this. The world, shattered and broken, looking to you. Will you hand them the key to survival, or will you let them stumble through the ruins they once mocked you for foreseeing? The choice, my chaos-forged warriors, is yours. And here's the irony they'll never grasp. While they were busy doubting you, dismissing you and branding you with their ignorance, you were evolving. You were growing sharper, stronger, more relentless. You didn't just survive their scorn, you thrived on it. You became the storm they thought would never come, the reckoning they never believed in. And now, as they drown in the tide, you stand tall, unshaken, unstoppable. So, what's next, my storm bringers? Will you use this power to shape a new world, one built from the ashes of their arrogance? Or will you leave them to their fate, a fate they chose in their blindness? The answer lies not in their hands, but in yours. Because while they chase illusions and cling to crumbling walls, you hold the truth. You see the threads of destiny they're too blind to grasp, and you know exactly how to weave them into something extraordinary. Step forward, not as the misunderstood, but as the undeniable. Let them fear you. Let them envy you. Let them call you whatever their limited imaginations can conjure, because at the end of the day, none of it matters. What matters is that you know who you are, the seer, the warrior, the storm. And when the final curtain falls, you won't just be the one who saw it all coming, you'll be the one who decided how it ends.